A few months ago when I first started running, I was struggling. I was running out of breath, didn't know whether to go fast or slow, and was trying to run almost every day looking to increase my distance. But I realized that I needed some structure, and that's when I came across the Garmin Forerunner watches. I mean, this thing has absolutely changed my mindset towards running, and in this video I wanted to share 8 key settings and features that have really helped me improve over the last few months. And these are the features that you should really be using to not just improve your performance, but also recover well. Oh, by the way, I'll be using the Garmin Forerunner 165 in this video, but all of these features are common across most of the Garmin Forerunners. Okay, so the first thing that has really helped me get some structure into my training is actually the workout suggestions in the Forerunner itself. And these suggestions are based off of my training history as well as any upcoming races or events. Now, there's quite a lot of variety and each one has an intended benefit, whether that's maintaining or improving aerobic or anaerobic fitness levels. So I don't normally run every day, and the Forerunner makes it really easy to set up 2 days during the week where I can dedicate some more time to longer running sessions. Okay, I mentioned this right at the start of the video, and one thing I always struggled with is pacing. I never knew how fast or slow to go in any segment, and I normally ran out of breath, ran out of stamina, or I just gave up in the middle of the run. And this was before I discovered something called as PacePro on my Garmin Forerunner. And using this, I can develop a customized pacing strategy using which the watch can guide me every mile and tell me whether I'm going over pace or under pace. And I normally do this by going to the Garmin Connect app and setting up a pacing strategy for a course that I know I'm going to run. And I set up a positive pacing strategy because I know I run faster at the start, get tired, and when the fatigue creeps in, I slow down. I then transfer this to my Forerunner and it's instantly available in the PacePro plans section. Okay, so the next thing I normally do with my Forerunner is setting up the data pages or the activity fields. And normally I set this up to monitor the metric that I want to focus and improve on. Say, for example, I'm trying to improve on my vertical oscillation, which is basically the amount of bounce, and I'm trying to get that bounce down as I run. And on the Forerunner, I can set up something known as vertical oscillation gauge, which during my runs I can actively monitor and find out if I'm keeping my vertical oscillation as low as possible. And you can customize the data fields to show you exactly the metrics that you want to focus and improve on, whether that's cadence, heart rate, pace, ground contact time, or any of the boatloads of data fields that are available within the Forerunner. Okay, so the next feature that I have been using quite a lot is alerts, using which my Garmin Forerunner can actually tell me whether I'm going out of the intended training range. So for example, if I want to train only in zone 3 of my heart rate, I can easily set that up in the alerts section of the Garmin Forerunner. And when I start my run, the Forerunner will constantly tell me if I'm within the range or out of this range. And it does that by just vibrating on your wrist. And these alerts are not just limited to heart rates. You can also set this up to something like cadence if you wanted to keep your cadence or steps per minute above a specific threshold. Okay, so I don't know about you, but when I'm trying to run in a new area or on a new route, I often tend to get lost and then open maps on my phone, try to find my way back, and in that whole process impact my running pace, waste time, and just mess up my entire run. But that was before I discovered the courses and navigation features within my Garmin Forerunner, using which I can build up a course up front on the Garmin Connect app, transfer it to the watch, and the watch will then give me navigational instructions throughout my run. Now, to do this, I normally go into the training and planning section within the Garmin Connect app, create a course either as a customized course or let the app figure a course out for me based on a starting point. I then transfer that to my watch and pick it up from the navigation section here. And when I start my run, the watch now gives me navigational directions and tells me whether to turn left, right, or go straight. Now, the beauty of this is that the Forerunner can also develop a customized pacing strategy for the course that I just transferred. I used to be really bad at trying to rest and recover because I thought running and training frequently would improve my performance over time, but I couldn't have been more wrong. And since I've got the Garmin Forerunner, I've actually been focusing on 4 important metrics that are helping me monitor my rest and recovery periods. The first of which is actually called training recovery, which tells me that I need to rest for a specific duration before taking on my next heavy training session. And in models above the Forerunner 165, you get something called as training load and training status, which give you a bit more detailed on your cumulative performance and recovery metrics. Now, the next thing I focus on is heart rate variability, which helps me gauge whether I'm balancing my heavy training sessions and recovery periods well. And I try to keep my HRV within this baseline green range. And if I see my HRV going above or below this baseline green range, I know I'm either overexerting myself, resting less than I should, or it's probably the onset of an illness. Now, the other metric that I normally keep my eye on is called body battery, and this is Garmin's way of telling me how much energy I have left to expend during the day. It gives a score out of 100 every morning, and using that I know whether to take on more intensive tasks during the day or to just take it easy, rest and recover for that day. So sleep is the best mode of recovery, and most Garmin Forerunners come with something called a sleep coach, which basically recommends a minimum duration of sleep based on your training activities. And the watch does a really good job of giving some fairly detailed insights for your last night's sleep. So for example, here it's telling me that I've had a long and continuous sleep, but also tells me that I need 20 more minutes of additional sleep tonight. In combination with the Garmin Connect app, there's some really good insights and details that I normally use every day to see if I need some more sleep and recovery periods. So the next feature that I use to improve my running is actually the data being extracted from my Garmin Forerunner in the Garmin Connect app. Now, the Garmin Connect app shows all the usual stuff like heart rate, pace, cadence, and elevation, but it dives a bit deeper and shows things like vertical oscillation, ground contact time, stride length, and much more. Now, remember how I was talking about trying to improve my bounce or the vertical oscillation when running, and I can see clearly from the Garmin Connect app that the average vertical oscillation for this run is roughly around 7.5 centimeters, and there's so much room for improvement. And I definitely recommend using the Garmin Connect app to get all the feedback you need for the metrics that you are trying to improve on. So the next feature that I used right at the start when I bought my Garmin Forerunner for the first time was Garmin Coach, and this is probably the most underrated feature of the entire Garmin ecosystem, let alone Garmin Forerunner watches. Now, these training plans are based on pre-recorded videos within the Garmin Connect app, and every time I completed a training session with my coach, the app as well as the watch provided a confidence level based on my performance in that training session. Now, I transferred the entire Garmin Coach plan onto my Forerunner, and the daily workout suggestions that I showed right at the start automatically adjusted themselves for me to hit my target goal based on the coaching plan, which is really cool. Okay, so those are the main features of my Garmin Forerunner that I've been using to give a proper structure to my training as well as recovery. Now, remember that performance improvement doesn't happen overnight, so give yourself enough time to train as well as recover. See you in the next one.